me start by saying that Americans like doctors. The medical system in America exists because the average American loves going to the doctor. And I know this, because I married an American. And if I sneeze in the house, it's emergency ward in my head. I don't sneeze no more, you know. Slightest thing, I want to go to the doctor. And let me give you an example. I went to a bloodologist, whatever it's called, what is it? That's right, a bloodologist. I went to a bloodologist, and he told me that my blood have a thing. And he tell me, well, for 3 months I couldn't pronounce the name. And I went to another doctor later on to something else. He said, did you go to another doctor before? What did he say? I said, he told me I have something beginning with E, letter beginning with E, and 7 syllables. So he had to look up a big book. So he said, oh, eosinophilia. Well, the first doctor gave me steroids. Steroids. For a year and a half, eat steroids. And I bulk up. 2.5 pounds of sheer power. I got big, you know what I mean? 2.5 pounds. You know what I mean? The wife said how I behaved like an idiot, stupid and thing. She was right. Steroids, now you know Barry Bonds and them feel. Anyhow. But then my wife has a sister who works in Indiana or where else, who her job is in fact examining stool. That a person could choose that profession. You must be highly religious or something. She is. Yeah. She prays every day. Anyhow, she told my wife that eosinophilia is very often caused by a parasite, nothing to do with steroids and that. So they carried me to a parasitologist. The parasitologist, you think that's the right word, eh? The parasitologist told me that I have 3 parasites. But I came from Ghana as a kid, and maybe I had them all my life, but there are two are pretty bad you could want to get rid of. And then I figured out, people used to ask me, still ask me, Ken, how you remain so skinny and slim? It's the 2 parasites. They've been eating half my calories. So when we did, and we got rid of these parasites, but it's a pity that we got rid of them, kid. If we could have only captured them, breed them, and sell them to obese America as a slim fast, you know what I mean? Oh, let me exercise into food. No, parasite. You eat a girl parasite and a boy parasite, that's it. Right? You swallow them whole, you don't chew them up, you just swallow them. So you could have been parasites would have been the thing. You see, and then he asked me questions like growing up in the third world in Guyana, you know, what kind of things. I said, what kind of things we had? I said, in primary school, there was always ladies sitting outside of every primary school in Guyana, a lot of the Caribbean islands, selling sweets and nuts and things they made and little cakes and stuff. All of it. That's how we ate. So at lunchtime, a lot of kids would be there buying sweet nuts and things. There was a sweet called Never Done Sweetie. It was a round sweet like on a rubber band. You could suck it for hours, it ain't gone down. Same way. So you put that in your pocket after you suck a school call back in your khaki pants pocket. And then you go and buy the corner and you see biscuit, we call it record, a thin flat biscuit, very hard. So you bring it up and put it in your pants pocket. It mixing now, but we're never done. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you see by Friday, when you pull out the pocket and you end up with the dirt and the dust and the scum and it, oh, that's it. After that, only death could kill you. So that isn't done, the oral inoculation I call it, you know. Didn't done at all. We used to, I don't know if you know a fruit called sapodilla. It looks very much like kiwi, but it's much sweeter. It grows on a huge tree. We had one in the yard we used to play in, but it was full of black ants. It was very knobbly, very hard to climb. So we used to wait 6:30, 7 at night when the bats get in dark, the bats come out from the roof. We could see the fruit bats. And a food bat can spot these things in the dark by, I don't know, radar and smell and thing. And you can hear, and as the bat bites the ripe top of it, he knows when it's ripe. It falls out his mouth or something, it falls, boop, in the dark. 6 boys waiting, boop, radar. 6 men converting. A man who could scramble it, got it. I mean, you bother with bat, just turn it on, you know. Done with that. You know what I mean? So the old inoculation continues, but let me give you the ultimate. Let me give you the ultimate. We playing all day in the yard, Saturday, Sunday, whatever, playing cricket, playing ball and thing, and throwing long mud and thing. The donkey cart man passed. Shave ice man. With a 100-pound block of ice, with a bit with sawdust on top of it, and a big burlap bag. And you know, you run outside. I was thinking, give me one, boy, give me one. You just take off, take a shaver, kind of a metal thing, like a shaver. He shaves, he's shaving ice, till it fills this little thing. He pulls the lid up, and with his donkey thumb, now you have to know what a donkey cart man is. All the black fingernail on it, he shoves that shaved ice into his donkey left hand. And with his donkey right hand, he first shapes it into a ball. So I tell him, I want a red and a green. He chases the flies away from a little bucket thing, and he dips it in the reds. Watch it. Imagine it's half red. Then he holds this side with the reds and dips it in the greens and hand you. And you share with your friend. Now I ask you. Oh, you ask you. And my high percentage of that, the boys are lot, but we can't dead. Ultimate, however, I went to high school, Catholic high school, Jesuit priests. I think the Lord sent them down to test them, to give them the ultimate, after passing through the third world, they're going to heaven. Trying to teach us savages a little civilization. I was sorry for them most of the time. I went to them. Now I was a good athlete in school. I was top athlete right through in old boys race 6 times. Now it's sports day. You have a sports day, schools have it. Sports day are important. Anybody who wins, you got your bicycle pump or something for. I used to go steady with prizes. The person giving the prize was the Bishop of Guyana. Can you imagine how holy this is? His robe and thing. And you have to go and kiss his ring. 120 snotty-nosed boys kissing the same ring. Then you know the grace of God. You know that God loves you, because if he didn't, you were dead. He would never allow germs on the bishop ring. They used to die as soon as they hit it. You know, because he make them too, you know. So that, you know, is what we call oral inoculation. Now, I want to end this half by telling you that Beth, my wife, and I eat very well. We eat very, very well. Organic foods, local things, we look at the content. Oh my, we eat very, very carefully. And the other day, last week, I had an epiphany. I was going through one of the big supermarkets, and I walked past them in an aisle. I was seeing some marvelous canned food, and it was terrific, because when I read the things at the back, incredible, much more balanced than I'd ever seen food before, because we were looking for this kind of thing, you know. We don't like particularly to cook. We could get organic, high class, and this was high class food, and they had the marvelous mixes like it would be like souffle, chicken and salmon souffle with garden greens and pureed olive oil, marvelous. So I decided I'd get a tin and try it. Hold on a second. Yeah, and I did. And I thought I'd bring it to you because it's really a revelation. And actually, this is the first time I'm really going to try it. I lied, I did eat it before. And this one is a souffle. This is called seafood and whipped egg souffle with specific shrimp and garden greens. And it's and you know, we ate it. Very good. The only thing is, there's a lovely picture of a pussycat here. And I'm just wondering, why that? Huh? Anyhow, I have a couple of things at the back. Thank you very much. Come back in 15 minutes.